Hi, this is Ricky Sun. I'm a Pi consultant. Today, I want to talk about the word resourcefulness. As a Pi consultant, I think being resourceful is critical to solve your client problem, right? And resourceful doesn't mean knowing everything. Like you cannot know everything, to be honest. Like I don't know everything, and I still fall, and then I dust myself up, and then I go again. And being resourceful, I believe, is you try to resolve your own or your client problem in any shape or form, right? Whatever it takes. And recently, I guess recently to talk about this, right? I have a post on data integrity, right? I was trying to help a client to solve these data integrity issues, right? And at the beginning, when he asked me, I actually have no idea how to answer that, right? I try to throw out some solution that may or may not work, right? But I was not really sure how to approach that. And then I create a post for you guys, right? And then you guys answer my question, which is great. Thank you, right? Like, and then everybody benefit. I'm not gonna delete the post, and then everyone look at my post and they will pay benefit, right? As a Pi consultant or by a client, that they know how to approach the problem in the futures, right? Which is great, right? This is like what I wanted to do too. And resourceful, I guess. Talk about go back in time that I was not being resourceful. Right? When I first get started as a field service engineer at OSI Soft, I sit I was in an office with just one guy, right? And he is also field service engineer, and I start there, a new guy, new hire, and then I ask the person who sit across me in the same room a lot of questions, because well, where do you know go? Where are you going to ask question if you don't ask him, right? And then one day, he very angry, and then he say, "Google it," and then I realize he doesn't like to answer my question. Maybe I ask dumb questions and all that, right? Like, and then, but I step back a little bit at that time, thinking, okay, if this guy doesn't want to answer my question, where do I go to find a solution for my own problem, right? I still have to work on my jobs, right? My manager is still giving me tasks, right? And like what I need to do for my jobs, right? So, and then I was thinking, oh, I need to. It's like you kind of like you need to man up, right? Like, because this job is like pretty important to me. Like I got hired, the salary is great, and it's like, oh my god, like as a, how do you say it? I speak second language, I'm an Asian, and then like get fortunate to get hired from this company, right? OSI Soft. And I see a lot of potential and all that, right? Like my mind is already like flying to where I am right now, right? Wanted to be consultant in the future, right? And then I realized, okay, I cannot depend it on him. I have to figure a way out, right? And then what I do is read the manual, watch YouTube, take the training class, core tech support, right? And then Google. Actually, I was not really familiar with Google during that time. It was 2011. Yeah, I don't know why I wasn't really good at Googling, right? I was like, oh my god, like how come maybe in the university they didn't teach me how to Google, so I wasn't really familiar with it. Now I'm really familiar with it, but Googling, right? Like, and then you also ask questions around, and here's what I learned too, like I only ask questions to the people who are willing to help you, right? It's kind of like common sense, but just want to tell you, like I won't ask question if they don't want to answer my question. Like we won't hang out, we won't talk and all that, but I don't force it. I just, you know, when the feeling is right, I ask question and then they are willing to help me. And I wanted to say though, like they are not obligated to help you, right? Even though they are your coworker, they are not obligated to help you, right? Because we have different interests, right? Like we have different intention, to put it this way, right? Like the reason why to me, my managers or my boss or my clients willing to answer my questions is because when they help me, I will help them back. And that's what I'm hiring for, right? And then when I ask question, I will always think, what is it in for them, right? Not for me, but for them first. And you know, give you an example, it's stupid, but me and my wife, how I met my wife, how we get married. And when I was in university, right? And you know, I'm a introvert and I don't really like to talk. And I have no idea how come my wife married me, by the way, but she is struggling with programming, right? And then one day I met her and then I teach her programming, right? And then teaching is not what like my thing too, like it's not even my thing, but I'm good at programming. And then I have the intention to meet girls, right? And then they ask me question, I'm willing to answer it because I like helping them. I'm telling you, like, if I want to think win-win, right? Like, if I ask that question, that person is also going to benefit, not a pure loss, right? And that's come into something called value, right? Like I hire, let's say I hire a developer, right? Which I have a developer right now. The reason why I am willing to spend time with him is because if I help him, he's going to help me to finish the work I want him to do, right? Same. So this is kind of like where the click is, right? Like, and if you can find that person, it will dramatically decrease your time of learning, right? Learning Pi system, learning anything in your life, right? So, okay, let's sum it up. Is being resourceful is to do whatever it takes to answer your client question. And I mean, take ownerships, being resourceful, and then I think you will succeed. But if you try to blame people because, well, you cannot do something and you blame others, then I don't think you'll be a very successful Pi consultant, right? Right. That's where I want to get to. Thank you for watching. Please click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon, right? If you constantly watch my video, please do that, right? Like just one click and that's it, right? So thank you for watching again. I appreciate you. I'll see you next week.